Good morning, sir.
Morning. You're Mr. Carrillo,
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
and then we have Miss Laura Mendoza. Are you there? Miss Mendoza? Miss Mendoza, we don't have any video or audio of you. There we do. Now we have video. Can you speak? See if I can hear you. Hello? Miss Mendoza, can you hear me? No, you don't have audio. You need to connect to audio. You need to connect to audio. I can't hear you. Your audio is no good. You need to turn it on. You need to connect with audio. I just sent you a message. You need to connect with audio. Need to connect with audio. Why don't you log out and then log back on? Look at your chat. You're gonna have to log on. You need to log out and log back on. Miss Mendoza, you don't have any audio. You need to log out, log back on. You need to log out and then try to log back on with audio and video. Log in with audio and video. Log in with audio and video. Okay. And log back on with audio and video. It should say join meeting with audio, right? Or join meeting with video. No, it can't be because you all were logged on before. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna allow you on. Are we talking on the same phone? Okay, now unmute.
Okay, there it is.
I'm gonna hang up.
Thank you.
Okay, would each of the parties please raise your right hand? You swear the testimony you're about to give me shall be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes,
I do.
Okay, Ms. Mendoza, you want to tell me what this is about?
uh, yes, sir. I'm Laura Mendoza. I have a property on 610 River. That's an apartment complex.
Are you evicting
Is
payment of rent?
Mr. Carrillo
you-
rent me an apartment sometime like on March, April.
Just a minute. Are you evicting for non-payment of rent?
Yes, sir. And also because I need a property. One of my family members needs a place to live, and I need a property.
That's not a reason to evict somebody. Unless
Well,
you
well, we do have, he hasn't paid me rent. He owe me rent.
okay, so you're evicting for non-payment of rent.
Okay,
How much is the monthly rent?
$500.
Okay, due on the first of each month?
Yes, sir.
What months are you alleging are delinquent?
Okay, we do have a balance of since May, and it is for $685. And then we do have June.
Tell me what month is owed and how much is owed for that month.
Okay, May is gonna be $685.
May, he
June?
owes 600, just a minute. May, he owes $685.
Yes, sir.
How can that be if the rent is $500?
Because there was a balance from April.
Okay, then there's something owed for April. How much is owed in April?
Okay, we do have 185.
Okay. So you're
Balance.
saying May, no rent was paid.
May, no pay, zero, no pay, $500.
Okay. June,
We do have June, $500.
he did pay June or he didn't pay June?
No, no pay.
Okay,
He
500.
owe me.
July,
July, he owe me $500 more.
okay.
And we have August, we have another $500.
Okay. Okay, so that looks like $2,185 totals.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Carrillo,
Yes, Your Honor.
do you agree the monthly rent is $500 a month?
Yes, I do. I have also requested a lease several months, and I have never received a lease, and I have never received receipts for payments that I have made. I do have the messages that I have sent her, and she,
Let's just take up what this hearing is about.
yes,
I
yes.
think there's nothing requiring a written lease. Okay, so
Oh, okay.
that's not a requirement. Okay. Do you dispute that she testified that there's a balance owed of 185 for April? Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Has any rent been paid for May?
No,
Any rent been paid for June?
no,
Any rent been paid for July?
no, Your Honor.
Any rent been
Oh,
paid?
I don't know.
Okay. So it appears that there's delinquency in the amount of $2,185. Would that be correct?
Correct.
Any legal defense to non-payment?
I would like to request a continuance while I wait for a reply from the Texas Rent Relief program. I submitted my application last week, and I called, and they told me just to wait for a response for that.
Okay.
So I would like to request a continuance of a few days just to see what response I get.
Why wait? Why did you wait till a week before your eviction hearing to apply with them?
I didn't know the program existed, Your Honor, until I received the eviction notice and the documentation was on it.
Okay. Are you impacted by COVID?
Yes, I am.
How?
I lost my job when I was working at Walmart because I took too many days off. My position had been filled when I had to return to work. So I have been trying to seek employment from that.
Okay, so you were laid off of Walmart because of what? Why were you terminated?
Well,
from Walmart?
my position, I was sick with COVID. My position was filled during that time, and I was told to reapply in 60 days. But I'm not going to wait the 60 days. I have been looking for employment since then.
When did you have COVID?
It was in a like mid to late April, sir.
Okay. Have you expressed to Mrs. Mendoza that you have applied for this rent relief?
No, I did email the document that said to be signed, the declaration for what is it? The eviction protection declaration. I did email that back to her. I also CC'd the Justice of the Peace, your office, Your Honor, as well.
An email?
Yes, in email.
What email?
My email is stevencarrillo@yahoo.com.
No, what email did you send it to?
I sent it to the. It is right here. JP1 El Paso County at gmail.com.
Okay, when did you email it?
Today.
Today.
Yes, I sent it this morning.
Okay. Let me see.
I also did contact legal aid last week, and they were the ones who also guided me to apply for the Texas Rent Relief Program.
I don't see your email. Let me see if it went somewhere else. Where did you email it to?
Excuse me?
Here it is. I found it. Uh-oh. One second.
Also, Your Honor, I do receive Social Security disability, and it was on hold for 3 months because it had to go through a renewal process. And it took a while, but I will start receiving that income as well, and I can pay once I start receiving that income, which will be tomorrow. I receive 1435, but from that my Medicare is paid for, so the end income I will have will be 1127
Okay,
from that.
Mrs. Mendoza, are you hearing us?
Yes, sir.
And I do have the documentation that proves that as well, of the income that I receive from the Social Security disability.
He's applied for rent relief, which they have funds to pay people's delinquent rent. If he's approved, are you willing to work with him to see if you get your rent?
On the documentation, it'll show. I don't know if she received the same papers that I did, but the program offers up to 12 months, I believe. The TEDP may provide up to 12 months of rental and utility assistance for eligible tenants, and I am eligible based on my income and my disability.
Ms. Mendoza,
Yes, sir.
are you willing to participate in the program?
Sir, this has been like months. We do have like June, July, August, 3 months that I've been calling him. He never answered the phone. I work.
I understand that.
Okay. There's no communication. Every time I call, he never answers. I go to the apartment. I'm scared to go to the apartment because he never opened the door. I have to work. I get up from work at 7. I go. He never had communication with me. Life is so difficult for me. I have my family. I have the expenses of the property. I pay for the water. I pay for the maintenance. I pay for the, insurance, because you don't pay is disconnect. Now the service is disconnected. We don't pay. So life right now for me, I'm in a very bad situation. Maybe this is not the time you don't have the time, but we can disconnect the electricity in my house. I was so not upset, how come I have to pay for somebody else? I don't provide for my own family. I was crying because I have a bill for $500. I have to pay for somebody else because he's not the only one who owe me rent. And what am I supposed to do? I mean, I'm a person that I wait and I can, and people say, oh, you know what? I only have $200. That's fine. I mean, I don't charge late charges for nothing. If they give me like $100 a week, $200 a week, it's okay. But he's with one of the friends that I noticed that he don't want to. We get to the point right now that I was forced to do this. I don't like to do this because when I said to my people who rent up my properties, if you don't have money, I do understand, but just go so I can have the opportunity to rent it to somebody else. And right now, yes, sir.
No, I was asking Mr. Carrillo, you haven't kept your landlord abreast of what's going on?
It's just communication is hard with her.
Why?
Times that I have spoken to her, she is aggressive towards me, and I do.
Why is communication hard?
Because she is aggressive towards me, so I would rather not communicate with her in person. And at the time she's come, I haven't been home, so I don't know. But like the times that I do have communication with her, it has been negative, and I have felt she is aggressive towards me. So I would rather avoid that, and pay when I can.
What you all have?
Excuse me?
Do you have each other's email?
Now I do. She has when the documentation was provided, when I got served with the papers, that's when her email was there. But before that, she would message me from 2 different numbers. So that always concerned me because I would ask for receipts and she would she wouldn't reply. I would make a payment to her in cash, which I know is wrong for my part, and I would ask for a receipt. And the lease, again, because I wanted to try and get into programs that would help with assistance, and they require a lease. So that's why I needed it. Also, to get my mailbox key, to go to the post office, I need a lease to receive my mail, and she never provided that. That's why I told you her communication is negative towards me, and it is aggressive. So therefore, I stopped replying to her because I I would ask for receipts, and I would never receive them.
You've never had,
And I have the receipts that I have are from money orders that I have purchased.
have you had,
So that is
you've never had a written lease?
no, never. I was just she told me send me a picture of your ID, and I will print out the lease. And after that, it never came, and I requested it from both numbers that she has.
When did you move in?
I believe it was in March 1st.
Ms. Mendoza, you haven't given him a written lease?
No, sir, there's not being communicated. First of all, well, because of the list, because of COVID, I'm a member of the apartment rental association. They didn't have any copies. The office was closed and everything. So we don't
They're
have.
available online.
And regarding, well, the agreement is he was $500. We're not saying nothing different than what we supposed to be on writing. I'm not saying that he owe me more than one. Well, we on it. Regarding to the, he paid me cash, and then I test back. Okay, I received the $500 or whatever, and this is gonna be the balance for next month. Regarding the receipt, and then what else? He's accusing me that I'm a person that I don't work for people. That is completely wrong. I've been rental for more than 20 years, and I can prove you with the people who lives there for years. I have people who lives there for 10, 20 years, and that's not my person. But he has the opinion, is his own opinion. I'm scared to go to his apartment because he's big, he's a man, I'm a short, and I'm scared to go to his apartment. The two phones that I have it with me, I have it with service. He texts me, I answer. I'm the one who I cannot be calling and calling because I'm afraid that they're gonna say that I've been pushing too much. I just want to get my money back, or I just want him to leave my property. Because if he feels that way, that I'm like a kind of person that I'm not that one who can work with, I don't think we're gonna have a good relationship. I feel like he's not happy with me, and I just want to get paid and he can leave the property. And like I told you, I'm an easy person to understand because I have family, and I know life is so hard for everybody. And I understand that maybe he got behind because everything happened. I do understand too.
Okay, anything further, Mr. Carrillo?
No, Your Honor. I'm just, like I said, I applied for the rent relief. I'm waiting for a reply. I should qualify because of the income and the disability because of that. So I would like to go forward with that because that way she can get paid. If I leave the apartment, not only will she not get paid, but it'll be an inconvenience for everybody. So I would rather stay, pay her.
Okay.
And
I'm going to grant the eviction. I find the amount of $2,185 in rent is owed. Ms. Mendoza, I would urge you to work with him. This doesn't become final until August 31st is the writ of possession date. I would urge you to work with Mr. Carrillo, because if he does get approved for the rent relief, you'll get all your rent. So I would, if you do evict him, you probably won't get any of it. So it'd probably be in your interest to work with him.
Sir, I feel like there's a big chance that maybe I don't get paid because he hasn't get any information on me. He didn't talk about me. You know what? This is going on. Let's work on it. Let's wait a little.
Okay, Mendoza. And then Mr. Carrillo, I would urge you, you got to keep the lines of communication open and communicate with her if you expect her to cooperate with you. Because if you don't hear anything, from somebody, you assume the worst. And I don't blame them for, if they don't hear anything, that they're thinking you're not doing it.
No, I apologize and I understand, Your Honor.
So I am going to grant the eviction, but again, Ms. Mendoza, I'd urge you to work with him. There's a period of 5 days after this that it doesn't become final. So you would, it'd be in your interest possibly to work with him. Okay, we'll email you each a copy of the order, okay?
Thank you. Thank you for
Okay.
everything.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I responded.